You found the new Party 1019, New York's #1 for throwbacks.
All right. Hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to Tany Talks Live. And we are talking about date ideas. Because I feel like, when it comes to first dates, I feel like there's levels to it, right? Because I find myself like always trying to take the first date really small because I don't want to give too much too soon because ideally I date for longevity. So it's like I don't want to do too much too soon and then it blands out like after. So like I try to do like something small, but like also something kind of meaningful so that way we could kind of like get a spark going. So I always find that like a little weird where it's like, how do I do a good first date but not do too much on the first date, so that way it doesn't seem like, like I can't keep up with the dates or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, so what would be your ideal like first dates? So like what's a normal first date for someone, like, in your opinion?
So you kind of hit a good point in that you said that you date for longevity, right?
Right.
So I would say it depends what I was dating for, right? So if I'm dating just to, just catch a vibe, maybe I just like this person and I'm not too sure where it's going to go.
Right.
I kind of keep it cool, right?
Right.
I might do like a nice little dinner, a movie,
That's
and
nice.
then with a nice little view at the end, maybe some, liquor or something, a little bit of bud or something. Like just kind of vibe, right? Get to know each other a little bit. If I feel like it's for longevity, I feel like this person might be somebody that I want to see, you know, I might go with, kind of fancier dinner, right? Like with the view on top.
Wait, so on the first date, you going?
Yeah, I'll go hard.
You going hard on the first date?
Yeah, I'll go hard. This would be a situation where you met this person through a friend of a friend, maybe, or you met them at like an event, right? Where you kind of like got to know them at least a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know enough about them where you're not like dating.
Yeah.
But you are getting information from them and you do know enough about them that you're like, yo, I might want to.
See, that's why I say like first dates are they vary, right? Because like you could go on a first date with someone that you've already known, right? Yeah. Which I feel like breaks the ice a little bit, makes it a little easier. Right. And then going on a first date with somebody you don't even know. Right. You know what I mean? Like straight out the gate. Like you could been DMing them for the longest time, but that's still like your first real interaction. Right. So I find it like a little like difficult for me, right? I think it depends, right? Like if I know the person already, like, and we cool, I feel like we could take it up a little notch because it's like, it's not weird. We know each other. We're cool. Like, let's go have fun. And then if I'm going to meet somebody for the first time and like link them for the first time, it's like, let's go to a coffee shop. Let's just go grab some coffee and like just talk and chill for like a good hour or whatever. And if the vibes is cool, then we can actually like go on a date that same day. But if the vibes are weird during the coffee date, then I can just kind of be like, oh yeah, it's that time of the day. I got to go. But I feel like, there's levels to it. Like I need something where I could just like break the ice and just be kind of chill. Cause I feel like some first dates, it makes me mad nervous if you're like taking me out someplace really super fancy on the first time. Now I just feel like you're trying to impress me.
So if I don't know them like that, I go for low cost, but thoughtful. Right? Yeah. So
low cost, but thoughtful.
Yeah, but it's still cool. Like for example, depending on the season too, for example, there's like, we're in New York. There's in Central Park, they got like the little rowboats, right? It's like $10.
Really?
Or like $15.
I've never done that.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God, that would be such a cute idea.
Yeah, sauce. You got like a little wine that's like $10. You just spend like what, $25, and that's it. Y'all on this boat, y'all chilling.
What? That is turtles, so cute. Water. I would love that.
It's a show of strength. As a man, you like rolling and shit. She like seeing your shit flexing, like.
Right.
And then yeah, so.
That's really cool. Actually, so I hope you guys are watching. Everyone that's watching, take notes. Take the girl to Central Park, row the boats for $15, buy a little $15 little wine. You know what I'm saying? Buy some like $7 grapes, have some wine and some grapes. You know what I'm saying? Feed each other grapes on the boat. That's kind of cute.
And they also got like kayaking for free in Governor Island.
That's
a
fact.
You know what I'm saying? We got access to any rooftops, right, in New York. Like I got access to a couple of rooftops. And there's like residential buildings, but I know people in there. I just take them up to the roof. It's like a nice vibe, a nice little table and shit.
Yeah.
And it's a nice vibe.
That's actually really cool. See, I like that. You said low cost, but thoughtful.
Yeah, you gotta be thoughtful.
And that's really what I feel like it's all about. I feel like if you actually put thought into it, it makes the date better. Because I feel like as women, if you really like the guy, you could literally be doing nothing with him. Like you could be running errands with him in Target and you would be living your best life.
Yeah, that's right.
Like I've done that where I've been on like links up and like we go to Target and I'm living my best life. like just shopping with the person in Target. Because like I'm just mad happy to be with them just because like the vibes is cool. But you know, it takes time to kind of get like that. What would be some like other really cool like first date ideas? I'm trying to think. Like I feel like, okay, so for my ideal date, I'm gonna talk about it because I feel like it's really cool. Like if I don't know you and we link up, I would like to do maybe like dinner and a movie, have dinner. You know, if the vibes is cool, then we go do the movie thing.
Can you define don't know you? Like, how do you meet somebody and go on a date that you don't know? Like, what's the difference between them and someone else?
Comfortability.
So you're saying like maybe if you just met kind of like within that week?
Yeah. So like I said, I met you on, like we've been talking for a week and we finally met each other for real in person. I'm still gonna be skeptical because I don't know if you're trying to snatch me or not. Like, and I mean, no, because you know there's a lot of Tinder swindlers and like, you know, murderers and you know, like you ever heard about this girls that go on dates and they get murked? Like,
how often is that?
That is often. That is very often. Women go missing every day. Every second of the day. Like, no, for real. Don't see, I be laughing and it's a real thing. Like it's a real danger out there. Like, you know.
I'm definitely laughing from a man perspective and I apologize. I never deal with this.
Yeah, no. So I'm just saying, like, I'm always kind of like nervous because I feel like, you know, I don't really trust you. That's why somebody that I don't know that I just like met online, I'm totally cool with like a coffee date at a place that I pick. You know, that I know the area.
Still can kidnap you though.
They still can, but I feel like
and I'm just teasing you.
Yeah, I'm never gonna date. I'm never going outside anymore.
Or you could send your besties your notifications so they can see your route.
No, honestly, I do that with my homegirls all the time. I had a link. I had like a low-key sneaky link with like a random person. It was weird.
Sneaky links will get you kidnapped too.
OD. But the guy like it was funny, but the guy sent me like his ID. He was like, nah, I'm dead serious. You could like take a picture of my ID. I was like, I'm putting where you at. Like my friend had my location. I was like, girl, I got his license plate number and his ID. I'm not playing. But he made me feel comfortable at least like at the, you know, because you know, sometimes things just be weird where you don't even really want to go on a date. You just want what you want. You know what I'm saying? So in that case, I felt kind of comfortable because we was talking, we was vibing, and the vibe was like mad chill. And I was like, you know, I feel good. Like the vibes is genuine. And I was just like, but I'm scared. He's like, yo, I'll give you a copy of my ID. Like, you know where I live at. Like you have literally my ID. Like you can find me and hunt me down. He's like, I'm not trying to hurt you. I was like, okay, fine, I'll go.
I would say that's the most important part. Like my niche, I would say, is making sure that the woman feels comfortable. Mm-hmm. You know, like you gotta make sure that there's no pressure. Even if you have some kind of ulterior motive or agenda, you don't want to have that on Front Street. You know, like you want to make it where it's like, we're cool, we're just getting to know each other, and this doesn't have to be anything at all. You have to kind of come in sincerely with that energy, you know?
And that's another thing, too. I feel like women and men sometimes go into the dating games with ulterior motives. Mm-hmm. And that is what scares me. Like, I feel like if I'm dating a guy and, like, his living situation ain't right, he's only talking to me because he's trying to move into my crib. Like, I'm not even trying to mess with that. I feel like there's guys out there that really be, like, homeless and will try to holler at you to have a place to sleep. And I'm not with that. But then again, there are girls out there that will only holler at a guy for what they have. And ladies, let me tell you something, and I'm going to tell you right now. It doesn't matter what he has if he is not sharing it with you.
True.
And I hate guys like that. Like there's guys that I went out and I gone on dates. They're like, oh, I got money. I got this. I got that. I'm like, okay, cool. You got all of that, but you giving me though. Okay, because Mr. John that work at Burger King, remember he gave me his last $5. What are you giving me? Okay, you got 50 you got all this designer, but what are you giving me though? You know what I'm saying? So never look at like a guy for what he has, because it doesn't matter what he has. It matters what he offers or gives to you. True. You know what I mean? Because sometimes women, we go into dating, and I'm guilty of it. I go into dating like, oh, well, he has a car, he has a crib, he has a career, he get money, he fly, and then he treat me bad. Oh, he got mad shorties. For real. Like, you know, or like, you ever seen a girl where it's like, oh, she look mad good, she doing all that, but like, oh, she's thirsty for his bread. Like, she's a money hungry girl.
Unfortunately, those are my least favorite ones.
So, like, what is your experience like with that? Like, dating girls who like only want to like mess with you because they think you got money? Because you're a little flashy right now, Mr. Man. I'm surprised you don't got your gold teeth in.
Nah. So, you said my experience with that?
Yeah.
I usually, it's easy to kind of see kind of early, and I usually just kind of ghost you. I'm gonna lie, like if I see that you're very
he said kind of ghost you.
Yeah.
Define kind of ghost.
Like she gonna call you from a random number.
Because all right, a full ghost would be like
a full ghost.
Yeah, a full ghost is like we talking right now, and then we just never speak again, and I walk out your life like it was a dream. You don't even know if you even met me. You feel me?
So would you block them?
Kind of ghost is I don't really block people. But kind of ghost is like I might still entertain a little bit, still talk back, still keep the string there, but I'm not chilling with you probably ever again, right? Like we're kind of more social media friends now.
That's how I never with you ever again.
I don't want to be used, like, you know, like who would want that?
But how would you know, like what hints does a girl give off that's like a red flag on the date? Like
this is not even our second date. You're already asking me for things, right? Like you shouldn't be asking me for really anything till we get.
What kind of things do people ask for? Because I'm not one of those girls, but I always kind of want to be one of those girls. Low key, like I want to get stuff out of guys, and there's these girls that just be finessing, and I be like, dang, like I be sitting here and I don't get nothing.
So I feel like you know, we had a date or whatever the case may be, and the girl might just be doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say, like, I've had it where like a shorty goes and orders 2 meals, right? And one is like to be here, and one is I'm gonna just take it home.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take it to the crib, like, you know. So that's a lot.
That's crazy. That's a lot. I've never done that, but that is some goat stuff to do. Like, I'm gonna make a plate and I'm taking a plate to go home for my kids. You know how shorties be like.
I don't know who this for, but that's a lot to me.
Imagine it was for her man at home.
Yo, that's slime. If you're seeing this right now, you slime. That's slime.
You didn't say anything? Like, how would that go? You just like you was man about it? Like,
no, I ain't gonna lie. So during this time, it was like COVID, right? And I was doing very well during COVID. So I kind of just let it rock. I just peeped. I'm like, you know, she needs it, whatever. I let it rock. I did buy it. And I just kept it moving and did my little kind of ghosting.
You slow ghost her?
I slow ghosted her.
He said I slow ghosted her. That is so funny.
I'm Brittany Cherry in the chat say he being real. She said she ghosted a few times too.
I've ghosted a few. You ghosted her?
That's nah, I hope not.
No, not.
Let me read some of the comments because I be forgetting about online. So let me go. I am Brittany Cherry also said we don't care about the cost for real. We just want consistency and effort. Honestly, it is because when he said we could go rowing a boat for $15 in Central Park, like I feel like that is like I would totally love that. And like I would totally love that. So if someone wants to date me, okay, that is a good date idea. I would totally be down for that. No, that's so nice. We don't care about the cost. And I feel like genuinely we don't care about the cost, but I feel like you guys remember that cheesecake list? Remember when they was like, oh, I don't want to go to cheesecake for the first date?
I did see the post. I don't remember exactly what it was saying, but I do know.
But basically, like the guy took the girl out to cheesecake, and she's like, oh no, why would you bring me here? Like as a date, Like she felt like she was too good for cheesecake. And I'm telling you right now, I love me some cheesecake. You could take me there anytime, and I will be dumb happy. Especially like if it's like a first date. Like cheesecake is definitely acceptable. Like, you know, I don't expect to be going to Serafina's and going to like, Capitol Grill on like the first date. You know what I mean?
I believe to each his own, right? So if that's your standard as a woman and you're like, yo, I just want to be treated like all the way up here, right? I kind of need Chris Brown to come take me out, right? It is what it is. Like,
but are you doing that? Like, let's say you find a girl and her standards are really that high, right? Because I find it hard. And I feel like my standards are not even that high right now. And I'm like, dang, like, I'm not even where I feel like I need to be yet. And then when I really get there, you're really not going to be able to catch up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, I feel like men don't like that. They be like, oh, well, you used to eating at STK all the time. You need and Ruth Chris all the time. You need to humble yourself. We're going to Applebee's. We're going to Outback. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is where doing your research kind of comes in, right? Because it's like if you're seeing this woman, right, or you've been following her for a while and you see that she's going to all these places and you want to holler at her, you should know what you're signing up for, my brother.
I agree. I agree with you, but I feel like I don't know what's wrong with these men. Like if I treat myself to a certain type of standards, what makes you think that I will be okay? And I feel like that's where the cheesecake conversation kind of comes in, where that's not how she typically dines.
Right. And that's cool for her. Like if that's what she's on, that lady. Cool. So you know not to take her to cheesecake. But I know a lot of women that would love a cheesecake date. And all that,
just be chilling, like, you know.
As long as you're a good person, you treating her right and you know caring about her. Yeah.
Let's say, so what are some red flags like on a first date? Like if a girl so she orders 2 plates. Red flag.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
Red flag. What is another, like if she like eats her food too fast or eats her food too slow, like you ever judge a girl for eating? Because like we as women, we always like to be like kind of dainty on a date, trying to eat low key, you know, because I don't want to look like I'm a hungry person, hungry hippo. You know what I'm saying? So what things are weird? Because I know there's things for me that I find weird.
So something like that I would find interesting, but I wouldn't just judge you off for that. I'm not that shallow. But for me, a red flag would be let me see, like if you on your phone the whole time, right? I'm trying to have conversation. You just looking down on your phone the whole time.
I hate that. I literally hate when people are on their freaking phones on a date. It literally kills me.
Yeah. I understand if you
or like, you know, when they say the person puts their phone face down, they say that's a red flag too. But I fake put my phone down. I don't want you seeing what pop up on my phone.
Yeah, like, because if it's a first date, you might be talking to other people. You feel me? I might be one of your prospects. You probably one of mine, right? So, I don't really care about the face down. If anything, I appreciate you not bringing that to my experience, right? But red flags would be that, like, if you just too entertained with anything that's not me, unless you told me ahead of time, I would find it to be as a red flag.
I agree.
If you're like mad friendly with other men,
I don't like that when guys are mad friendly with girls.
Yeah, like, come on, we on a date and shit. You just like, you know, that's kind of weird, you know.
You ever been like on a date with someone, and I know this might be a little weird, but you ever been on a date with someone and they're like flirting with the waiters?
Nah, luckily.
That's happened with me because like I'm not gonna say most women are waiters, but there was a situation where I did go on a date and I felt like the guy kept hollering at the shorty. I'm like, yo, if you look at her one more time, I swear I'm gonna get tight. Like you want her to sit here instead? Like, what's the vibes? Like,
I ain't gonna lie. So I've done that, right? But I was just, you know, I was getting free stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
I was getting free stuff.
It was deep. It was actually in cheesecake, right?
So it was actually in cheesecake.
Yeah. So I was going there kind of often by myself, and then the waitresses kind of got, you know, started getting to know me and shit.
Yeah.
And maybe, you know, they did like me or whatever, but I was getting free things. Like,
I was getting free things.
When I brought a shorty, one of the waitresses was there. She didn't really care that I was doing me. So I was still kind of friendly with her, and we kind of came up on the opportunity, right? We both got free things. So, you know, I appreciate that.
I think women should appreciate that. I hate a jealous woman that's like, yo, we getting stuff. Like, why are you mad?
I'm cool with it. Like, if we getting stuff, then I'm cool with it.
You want me to pay for everything? I can't get something off my pretty privileges like you do? Hello?
No, because see, that's another thing. But if a girl uses her privileges, won't you feel less masculine?
No, I'll send my girl to the store every time to get stuff because I know that she's gonna get treated different than me. If once you learn life like that, hey, you gotta go for it.
Okay.
Can't beat them, cheat them.
I'm not gonna lie, I get a lot of pretty privilege. I'm not gonna.
Any shorties I talk to, and if they in sales or anything like that, you already know. Like I will always be like, yo, don't ever tell somebody that you talk to me. Right?
So would you date a stripper?
Yup.
Date a stripper.
Bring all that money home to daddy.
He said, yup.
Because guess what?
Because what? What?
You can't listen. Like, it's all right. I wouldn't date a stripper that's doing some strange things for change. But if she's just but if she's on the stage, just just doing her thing, her 1-2, yeah, we cool. That's a job. I mean,
totally is a job. To be honest.
What about an actor or actress that kisses other people in movies and all that?
That's true.
You're not dating them, and they got to do those scenes, regularly.
I'm gonna be very honest. For me, I'm not dating this stripper for longevity. I'll be very honest, right? I might date her, right, just for the experience. I also feel
just for the experience.
Yeah, like I feel like when you date someone, you might learn a lot from them. You know what I mean? You might learn a lot from people. Like, you never know who this person is. So if I do vibe with you and I do like you, I'm not gonna judge you. I might still feel you, but I do judge a little bit, right? So there are things that I wouldn't want my kid to know that his mom was doing, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want my kid to be like, yo, my mom used to strip. I don't know. It just makes me feel weird. Like, if I thought
like as a mother.
To each his own. To each his own. I wouldn't want that to be my wife. You know what I mean? A stripper, I'm good on that. I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
And to each his own. Like, I'm not saying
that's 100% understandable. It's like I just don't want stripper to be in my wife's resume.
Yeah, I'm good on that. You feel me? Like, I just don't like the feeling of like, a bunch of men just, sexualizing you and doing all these things. I'm just good on that. You know what I mean?
All right. So
I bumped into a homie that's like, yo, yeah, I was smacking her ass. Like, that's just weird to me.
All right. And that's the fact, because you know about that. But what about what you don't know about? And if she is a sexual woman when you met her,
that
you had to know she got it from
but
she had to get it from somewhere. She had to learn these things. You don't just learn how to be super sexual and have all.
You learn it in a strip club. What do you mean?
I'm just saying. No. I'm not even speaking about the stripper. I'm just saying if he dated a woman that wasn't a stripper, but she had mad sexual experience, that means somebody previous to him was smacking that ass. Like,
that's true. That's true. But because I don't know,
right? But you don't know what
happened, right?
It's kind of like out of sight, out of mind situation. You feel me?
That's most men's way of thinking.
Yeah, bro. So it's kind of like I'm not really sure. She might have learned this all from one homie. I don't know. And I'd rather think this, right? I'd rather think that it was all from one experience and this homie was just mad. he had all the experience and he was just teaching her. So I don't know. I'd rather go with that.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about all of that. You guys are so wild. What?
I'd rather go with that than me knowing you was a stripper, like, and especially if you look good, like I know you was doing a good job. So there was mad hormones on your body, like.
He said, I know you was doing a good job.
So, but you would date her for the experience,
yeah,
but you just wouldn't wipe her.
I would. I ain't gonna lie. I just wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't take that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, on that note, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a little small musical break, and I'm gonna say this now to the audience and everybody watching. Take a look at their Instagram and kind of get an idea of like the kind of things that they're into, because that could also help you come up with a pretty good date idea.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact. You take that idea and just take it up a notch. You know what I mean? She likes the beach.
Take it up a notch.
Yeah, you go to the beach, but there's a picnic vibe. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. Like you just kind of that whatever they're about. Just you don't want to make it the same. You kind of want to, you know.
Like put like your own little spice and your own little sazon to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sorbet, you know, like
little sorbet. Yeah. I just want to kind of read off some of the comments that's in the in Instagram because it's kind of on topic. So my girl Steph Carnegie says, well, before we went on the break, Mr. Light said that he would date a stripper, but he won't like see her as longevity, that he would just experience her. So my girl Steph said, well, we all have a choice of what we want. However, you will experience her, but you won't be with her. So that's kind of questionable. Like, why waste her time then?
So me,
because you guys love wasting time.
Nah, so I wouldn't feel like I'm wasting her time. I will come in 100% authentic, right? I don't know where this is going. Usually, I don't do things like this, right? And
that's what they all say.
It's true though, you know, like whether it's all saying it or not, right? Like it is true. So I'm not against being open to that going somewhere, right? I'm just saying, like, for right now, I don't even have a stripper in mind, right? So it's kind of like, hypothetically speaking, that's not something that I want to deal with.
What if she changed your whole life?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if she blows my mind and I'm open to that. I'm not saying, you know, like, but would I go into, like, I'm in the strip club, right? I'm chilling. She's doing her thing. And she's feeling me.
No, I'm saying, like, what if you met her on the street and then found out her job was a stripper?
No, or whatever the case may be, right? I'm walking into it. I find out on Front Street that she's a stripper. I'm not assuming that this is going somewhere far.
Understood. I'm going to be real with you. There's certain guys that I would look at and immediately I'd be like, I don't think so. It would have to be something, like, mind-blowing for me.
Like, for example, with drug dealers or...
Yeah, because I can't do that. You go to jail, then you on your own, brother man. Because I'm not visiting you.
But that drug dealer might blow your mind. Why are you judging? You feel me?
I don't know, but I don't see it. I don't see me taking those trips. I'm not doing that no more. I did it when I was younger and I never liked it. I messed around and I found out I'm not doing that no more. Like taking them trips up there and I'm not doing that.
It's the same for me with the stripper. You know what I mean? Like I can't do that. I'm good off that as an idea, but you know, you never know in the world. You know?
So let me ask you a question. What would be like a good guy's date? Like if I want to take a guy out, right? Sometimes I find it a little struggle to take like a man out. So what are some good guy dates you would say, or what are some like good girl dates? Like if someone wants to take you out on a date, right? What were some places you would want to go?
So good guy dates,
yeah.
I would say, well, it depends on your guy, right? Again, do your homework. Mm-hmm. But if for me, I find myself to be a very confident man, right? So that kind of comes with like competitiveness, right? Like, so a good date idea would be things that kind of build tension. You know what I mean? Like whether we're already sexually involved or not, right? You kind of want to build tension. So if I'm going me against a girl, right? It kind of builds that tension, right? We're kind of like
it does.
Enemies in a way. It's kind of like
enemies in a way. Yeah. No, I'm super competitive, so I would probably like take it dead serious.
It's kind of like what you go through in toxic relationships, right? No cap, like, but doing that in a healthy way, right? So in toxic relationships, you might argue and go back and forth. Yeah, go to the bed and
Also, you could also find out if that person is a sore loser or not.
That's true.
That's another thing too, where it's like
you take your L's is how you get your W's.
Exactly. So it's like if you say, hey, you're really tight because you lost on basketball 3 times against me. It's like, all right, now you kind of corny. Like it was just a joke. Like we're just playing around. Sure. Or like if I'm like taking a guy out on like a let's say an arcade date or whatever, and he's like, yeah, I beat you, and every time I'm like, all right, you're doing a lot now. You
so Dave and Buster's is a goal because I love shooting the basketball date.
I love Dave and Buster's.
Did that come up on that list? Because Dave and Buster's is all right.
Yeah, I love Dave and Buster's. We can eat and play and drink. Yeah. What? Everything you need. I love Dave and Buster's as like a first date kind of idea vibe. Even a reoccurring date. Like that's something I will always be down to do. Yeah. Like if I had a man or something and like we first went on Dave and Buster's date, I would like save all the points that we ever had and like collect them together on some cute stuff. Like that'd be mad cute. Yeah, that's good. What's some other like dates other than like something? What do you consider other than like an arcade competitive?
Bowling.
Oh, right? Bowling is a vibe. Guys like bowling.
Range is kind of fire, but you know, it depends where you at. New York, I don't think we have too many of those.
New York, yeah, I don't know any here.
Yeah, bowling. The pool halls, right? They be having like usually pool halls have more than just pool, right? So
right, yeah,
they
do.
Like a bunch of different games.
Yeah, they be having like table tennis and other stuff.
Yeah, they have like
the bowling alleys usually have the pool halls.
Lounges too. Like some lounges be having like the big Jengas and the big, so you kind of could dance and chill with your shorty and also play games, you know, like things like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's more so like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to do like a bar thing for like a first date. That would be something like a
know your audience again.
That's true. That's true. Because if you know the person likes to
shorty,
drink,
yeah,
right.
Then you take her to the turn up spot. You feel me? You got the quiet shorty. Usually they got glasses and stuff.
Usually they got glasses.
But you know, that's how you do it. You know.
Okay, all right. If you guys have any like suggestions, my guys listening in on Instagram, you can put the comments below because I feel like as women sometimes we struggle kind of taking a guy out. Like, what would be a romantic kind of date for a man? Like, we do the competitive stuff, but what if we want to do like something romantical?
So this is across the board for men and women. The views. I got to go back to the views. If you have a space where a nice view, a nice conversation, anybody would like that. No matter.
So let's see some date ideas. What are in your opinion? What are some very good date ideas for women?
The ideas for women?
Yeah. If you're taking a girly on a date, let's say you don't know much about her, where like your go-to places to take girls
This
out.
is a woman that I'm trying to for the longevity.
I mean, just in general, like like cute dates, ideas for girls.
So I mentioned the rowboats. I mentioned
the rowboats,
the kayaking. Yes.
Yeah,
that's pretty fire.
That is cute. Rooftop, someone said. Yeah, I could always go for like sitting at the park picnicking, like sitting down drinking some wine, probably playing some games, bring some Uno. You know what I mean? I would live my best life.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So and it's comfortable. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of pressure, and then you could kind of vibe, see how you feel, and that's what I would do.
So how would you go about securing a second date?
Make the first one go well.
Right. That's a fact. I feel like the best thing to like do for like a first date for a girl, I feel like you have to have multiple things planned out. Like, let's say
itinerary.
I love a guy who has the whole day planned out. I would like, granted, if the vibes is cool. If the vibes is not cool, I'm out of there at the first event. Like the first thing I'm going. But like ideally it's let's go out to dinner, maybe do arcade after, maybe do like movie after the arcade. Like I like it to be like kind of well thought out. I hate when I go to link up with a guy and we get in the car and he be like, all right, so we want to go.
You want to take charge. I understand.
Like, I hate that. Like, guys, please, like, have it thought out. At least have two places in mind. If she gets on your nerves with the first one, then you could dub her for the second one. Don't even do it. But, like, have at least two places thought out. If you don't really like her like that, but if you kind of like her a lot, get her some flowers. It literally, I get so upset with guys these days because I kid you not, you can go to the supermarket and buy $15 flowers and a girl would be so ecstatic.
Literally, this is like so. Like, if there's anything you get out of this live right here, let it be these flowers, yo. These flowers.
Flowers.
Yo,
we love them.
Like me as a man seems so meaningless. You feel me? But the way that your shorty lights up when you bring her some flowers, bro, and they like 20 cash, bro. And yo,
dead serious. Like, I love flowers.
Lit. You feel me?
Like if you have a girl, like keep her flower vase full. I need that energy. Like I truly do need that energy in my life because my dating is not very good.
Well, my opinion, I would say also spread it out sporadically, right? So she's always hype about the flowers. She shouldn't be just expecting them, right? I feel like when you expect it, you get used to it, right? So I kind of want you to enjoy it, right? When I bring it out, it's like, But after a while,
I mean, but don't always come with $20 flowers either. After a while, I need like the $50, $100 bouquet for special events.
My $20 homie is fire. Shout out my man Javier, for me.
No, because I want glitter on my flowers. I want all that cute stuff.
$20.
No, but I want sunflowers and roses though. Together. $20. No way. He said $20.
On my hair, bro. I swear to my hair.
On my hair.
Everything got the nutrients, got the sunflowers, roses, all the colors, all that.
All right. So what would you consider like a bad date? Like what are some like let's say somebody like doesn't look good or they're not groomed or something, like that's a turn off. What you say?
Yes. It sounds like you didn't care about this date at all.
Right. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to Tany Talks Live, Season 3, Episode 6 with date ideas. Don't quote us on any of these date ideas. We are not perfect, but these are just some suggestions.
I'm almost there.
I'm almost there. But these are some suggestions you guys could use going forward. So thank you guys for tuning in. Bye. Peace. Say bye, Light.
Peace.